Perfectionism is the robber of both creativity and art itself. It's usually through perfectionism that we actually withhold the processes within us that desire to unfold, that desire to be expressed. I can recall many times where I've had the urge and the desire to put something out there, to communicate something, to build something, to sing something, to do this type of dance. And given that I was operating from the ideology of everything having to be right for it to be done, I actually disrupted my growth in many ways. There are many times where I actually wanted to put myself out there and do these things, but given that I felt that all the circumstances and situations and the stars had to be in alignment for me to do them, I withheld myself. The thing about art is that, yes, art does have the desire to be understood because it's actually making itself vulnerable and putting itself out there. So it definitely wants people to understand where it's coming from. But art's main drive and focus isn't to be understood. It's not to be seen. It's just to simply express itself. That's it. The energy and the light and the life that it holds within, it wants to exert that energy onto the world. And, you know, just to be understood, is just, that's just a plus one. But it's not a necessity. It never was a necessity. And the same thing is for you as well. Being understood is not a necessity for you to do the things that you want to do. There is no necessity. All all that can be considered a necessity. It's already provided. It's already provided. The time in which you were looking for to do the thing, you have more than enough. The space, the environment in which you want it, you have it. It may not be the ideal setting that you want, but you have the space that you need to create. You have the space that you need to express. You have the space that you think that you need to allow to create. And that's something that never changes. Anything that you think that you need is already provided. So don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for the sun to shine in this spot for you to capture the perfect photo. Don't wait for the perfect song lyric to remind you of the things that you could do. Just do it. Just allow yourself to show up in your raunchiness and your authenticity and your imperfection. Because it's through that imperfection that you're actually going to grow. You're going to grow at a level that perfection couldn't reach, because perfection is stagnation in a sense. Just think about it. For something to be perfect, it has to be never changing. If it changes, then it's not perfect. Sounds a lot like stagnation, doesn't it? And because perfectionism is stagnation. Like, yeah, you may, the pinnacle for perfection may be up here, but once you get to that point, and you've obtained that perfect state, then that's it. You don't move past that. And move past that is to be imperfect. And there can be levels. There can be levels beyond that the pinnacle that was perceived as perfection. But to go past those things is to go past that pinnacle of perfection is to be imperfect. I feel like that's a beautiful thing, because it's with imperfection that we actually expand. It's through imperfections that we actually excel and we grow. We we surpass limits. We surpass limits that we once held within our mind mentally. So, with that being said, I take pride in being imperfect. No, I don't want to be perfect. Perfect is boring. Perfect is very boring. Once I get to that state and I stay there, that's it. And me being a Gemini sun, oh hell no, that's not gonna cut it. I have to, I want to constantly evolve as much as I can, not to prove anything to anyone, It's just I want to use as much of this life energy that I hold within as much as possible. I want to grow in ways in which I can only imagine. I want to grow in ways in which I can imagine, that I've yet to imagine. I just want to do as much as I can with this life energy that I hold within. I just want to allow the life that I have and the life that I am to burn as brightly as possible. And for me to do that, I have to grow beyond the idea and the identity of being perfect, of things having to align for me to actually put my art out there. Because the truth of the matter is that I don't. There's a lot of content that I had the ability to put out there, but I disrupted my growth and disrupted my process because maybe in the midst of giving the speech, I stumbled over the word, and rather than me continuing the speech, I trashed it, I deleted it, I stopped. And every once in a while, I just like to take the time to think of. I like to take the time to think about just how much could have been done and accomplished had I actually kept moving forward, rather than resetting and trying to have the right condition, the right circumstance meet me for me to put that art out there. It's not necessary. There's nothing. There is no thing. There's no thing that you need to do the work that you want to do. You have everything within it already. You know, not only do you have the key, but you are the key. So just imagine if instead of you trying to operate through perfectionism, that you actually just operate. Period. If you just actually did the work instead of waiting for the stars to align, you just put the work out there. You recorded the video, you made that song, you created that beat, you did that solo that you dreamt about doing. The indulgence, like you indulging in your desire and actually putting it out there for the people that are actually for the people that actually desire that energy within their life, that's going to feed you. That's literally going to feed you. And I would like to thank you guys, who's ever watching this, who's ever watching, who's not watching. I would like to thank all you guys because I know that what I'm saying, what I'm producing, what I'm putting out there, I know it holds weight, even if I may not be getting the recognition that I think I should deserve, even though I may not be getting the recognition that I think I deserve, just because I've been on here for a while. Everything's paying off, so I'm definitely appreciative of that. I got a squirrel looking at me. What's up, squirrel? But I mean, the work is being done, and I would like to note this as well too. So, it was just last week, like 1 week or 2 weeks ago. I actually I created a short, and that short has gotten up to like 1,000 plus views. That's a first for me, so I'm definitely appreciative of that. Um, I hadn't expected that to happen at all, but it happened, so I'm definitely thankful for that. I didn't see it coming. I just showed up, recorded a video, and I was in my zone. I was in my element. I was speaking from the heart. So I wasn't worrying about sounding perfect. I wasn't worrying about how the lighting looked in the video. I wasn't worrying about any of those things. I was here at the park, had noise in the background. I was, I was just sitting along a stream here at the park, and I just spoke. And I like to, I want to say this right here. I didn't talk. I spoke. And what I mean by that is this. I was speaking from a place of resonance. Rather than trying to sound correct or sound perfect, I just put that energy out there. So what was being held within, I let it go and I let it flow. And by me doing that, you know, I've gotten the most views that I've gotten on anything. So that's just a testament of just being beyond perfection. Just put your work out there. Like there's people who want to see you. They want to see you with your flaws and your imperfections. And I mean that in the most beautiful way. There's people out there. There's people, places, and things that desire you and your energy just the way it is. And they actually want to see you grow just in the manner in which you want to grow. No, they don't desire. They all they desire of you is for you to show up. That's it. That's all they desire. So definitely allow yourself to do the work through the imperfections, through the flaws, through the insecurities. Just do it and watch the magic unfold. It's all happening in your favor. Peace.